The Battle of Bluegrass Pulling Series is missing a semi. Last seen in the vicinity of Louisville, Kentucky. This truck was supposed to be in competition this year, but never showed. Contact Hooked on Dirt with any information.
You worked all week, now it's time to go. So you truck it on down the road. And you've got lots of thinking to do, so you drive in kinda slow. Will that new turbo work? Will I win the big check tonight? Now they're flagging you in, dropping the hook. Are you ready to go? Everybody's got something that makes life seem worthwhile. You've got yourself a problem, it's your pulling desire.
It was way back in the first episode that Battle of the Bluegrass CEO Tom McConnell approached Derek McWhorter of River City Truck Parts about building a semi for pulling competition.
You get the truck there, I'll get somebody in the seat. Don't worry about that.
I don't know what truck would ever use.
You got no Peterbilt sitting out there. I told you years ago to make a sharp pulling truck.
However, that truck is still in the shop, and while Derek did make his first pull in an old Ford, he's pretty much gone back to doing business as usual with other pullers.
All right, before we go in here, we're going to try to do some negotiation here. We want to hopefully deal with Brandon instead of Derek because he's a lot easier to deal with than Derek. We still got to get these rear ends down, at least $200, so we can leave here with 2, maybe 3. So you understand what we're going to try to do here?
Yeah, Derek priced me pretty high last week.
I figured he's probably in the $900,000 range. We're going to get down around $600 if it's possible.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Well, we just got here to hopefully get some rear ends for some pulling trucks. We got to build a couple. My son and I come down Austin. He builds the rear ends for these diesel trucks in the 3.0 program and the 3.6.
Yeah, we're going to build some pulling trucks. They're not going to be as good as mine, but I'm going to make them.
Why we're here today is try to get some rear ends off of them. They got plenty, but it's hard to negotiate with them. Oh, well, it's at least you instead of Derek.
Hey, Kevin.
How you doing, man?
Good, how about yourself?
We come down to see if you got any 2145s.
Okay, we've been getting $900 out of those.
About 300 is what I was hoping for.
Oh my God. I would have brought the boxing gloves up here if I knew you were coming with those kind of jabs.
Well, now damn, man, we're pullers too. We got to try to make $1 on this rear end that we put together for a puller.
I understand.
We got to have it ready for West Virginia this weekend. That's the problem. We got to get at least 1 ready, maybe 2.
Kevin knew where to come when he was looking for a differential for his pulling truck or semis in that fact. We've got differentials, transmissions, engines, good and rebuildable cores. Well, you do a whole lot with this, so realistically, what are you thinking?
600.
Can we split it and call it 750?
Son, that's the way you deal with these guys. I don't know. I guess we got to have them. Ain't got no choice today.
All right, let's go take a look, see what we got, and get you set up.
All right, man, we'll beat you out back. Well, that didn't work.
750 sounds like a decent price. Dad did a pretty good job on negotiating.
When a normal customer walks in, you don't have to do that. You can just go straight with what the price is of $750, and they won't beat you up as bad, but Kevin likes to feel like he gets a little something extra. Yeah, we cover 14 acres of land here and have about filled it all up with our inventory so far.
Well, I seen a semi-load of engines leaving out here today when I got off the interstate.
One of a few that'll be leaving today.
Must have 500 motors sitting there.
At least. This cat section reminds me, do you have anything over at your office?
Yeah, got a 02 C7 3126 if you know anybody's looking for one. It's got 98,000 miles on it.
Here's some of the cutoffs that I got of just the housings.
We'll check it out. When I was here last time, I looked in these piles here, I believe.
Yeah. So if you're just looking for an empty housing here with axles in it, this will probably be a good one for you.
Yeah, it does have both axles, no pumpkin.
Yeah, 2145 came out of it.
Man, you're high on prices, though.
Oh, come on.
Me, I just can't stand to pay that. We got to work out something.
You know we'll work something out with you.
You know, I can't work on a dirty rear end.
I'll give you a free ride with it so you can clean it up.
A free ride?
Dad's always one of them that has to bicker about the price. He could probably just walk in and say, hey, what's your bottom dollar, and go on with it, but that wouldn't be my dad.
Well, I guess whatever it takes. We got to get these things loaded and get out of here. I got this one and I need one 433, so we'll figure out there's one more.
Okay. Yeah, I've got some 433s that's still in complete cutoffs over here. We'll get some of those together for you and get you loaded up.
Sounds good.
Hooked on Dirt is being brought to you by River City Truck Parts, the heavy-duty parts you need when you need them. And by Oldham County Tourism, 3 bourbon brands, horse farms, and 30 trains a day. And by Switzerland County Tourism, we live it, you'll love it, visit SwitzCountyTourism.com. And by Bubba Burger, you'll never bite a burger better than a Bubba.
Still no sign of the semi at River City, but other pullers keep coming through the doors as they prepare for next season.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How about you?
Just looking for a motor. You wouldn't happen to have a DT360 laying around here, would you?
Oh, yeah. If it's a diesel motor, we got it. Any kind of brand you need.
I want to look at maybe getting one to take some more weight out of the tractor. It's a little bit lighter than what I'm running now, so if I rebuild, I might just go to that.
Would you run an international?
Yep. The 360 is the lighter block, and so I figured if anybody had one, you guys would.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of them up here.
Okay. Anytime I ever get in a pinch and really need a motor, Derek and River City, they've always got what I need. What do you want for them?
Probably about $3,500.
I don't know if I need one that bad.
Yeah, you do. You need one to get the tractor going on the track faster. I've sold Brad some stuff before, and I figured it would be funny just to throw a big price out there to him on that motor for $3,500. I knew it was way out of range, but I just wanted to see the look on his face when I told him that.
We're gonna have to work on that a little bit. Can we go look at it?
Yeah, we can go look at it. I won't charge you that much. You need a little room so you can build that tractor with.
Okay.
Brad was worried about us not having an engine, the DT360 that he was looking for. We've got approximately 750 to 800 engines sitting here on the ground right now, so I was pretty confident that we'd have what he needed. Yeah, we'll walk back here and show you this motor.
All right.
But you haven't been here before. These are some of the engines that we get in. This is what we deal with. These are probably a little bigger than what your tractor's running, but there's some full-size 15-liter Cummins engines, 15-liter Detroit.
You guys got all kinds of stuff here.
Yeah, anything to do with drivetrain components of the trucks. Anything that makes it go or stop.
That's good to know.
There's some machine blocks. We can always get block machined, crankshafts machined, camshafts.
Turbochargers. Never know when you're gonna need a turbo.
No, you are hard on them.
Yeah.
We do, like I say, machine blocks. If you need any flower housings, front covers, any kind of engine parts components. Because this is where we do all of our receiving in when we buy parts. Pretty much bring everything in here and inspect it all, check it in. We've got a computer inventory. That way we don't have to get out and run around the lot all the time to find parts. But this is where we drain everything. We take all the oil out of everything when it comes in the lot. Because with our overhead crane system and drain tank, we got this built up so you can just walk out on a flatbed truck.
Yeah, unload everything. Make it easy.
And other than that, the outside's where all of our inventory is.
Well, let's go check that 360 out.
All right.
Do you guys disassemble and just sell the parts too, or?
Yeah, we will. A lot of these engines here, we've taken pieces and parts off of through time. We'll end up getting some good crankshafts out of them or using some parts off of these.
So not necessarily all the motors you get are good, you just sell the good parts off of them.
Correct. Some of the engines we buy have holes in them.
Oh, okay.
Where they've failed, but we'll take the good parts that are still on them and then tear them down and sell them out to the owner-operators, truck fleets, service shops, places like that.
Gotcha. I'd never been in the back here, and when he took me on the tour, I didn't realize how much stuff they actually had back here and what all they did. It's pretty impressive.
You got a whole field full of internationals over here. There's some of your DT.
There's a 468, 460. Y'all got the 466s.
Yeah, we've got quite a few of the 466s. There's a 360.
Yeah, that's what we need there. The fuel system's off of this one, so I wouldn't need that. But what if I just need some of the parts off of it? Would the price go down?
Yeah, I mean, we can work with you if you're just needing just a short block or if you just need the head block and crank pistons.
Yeah, the short block's all I need, really. Just something to get a good start on it, and I can order my custom parts from there.
Yeah, I mean, we can strip the flywheel housing and brackets and cylinder heads, stuff like that off of it.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't have any spun main bearings, or make sure the block's still good.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. Do you know the weight difference on this one? I think it's about 200 pounds from a 466 series.
We got a chart in the office that tells what the weights are.
Okay.
We can find out for sure what it is.
I think that's about what it is. Well,
see, on our inventory system, we've got everything tagged in.
Okay.
It shows pretty much what it is, engine serial number, and checked in as we got it.
Right.
We received it in like this.
Well, what would you take for this one? Just the short block?
Just the short block, probably around 750. And just leave the crank and rods and pistons in it.
Okay. I could probably do that. I knew his first price of $3,500 wasn't going to hold up. I've bought these before, and that was a little high, but I figured he was just messing with me. That $750, that's a pretty good price on that.
We'll make it work. You just let me know when you're going to need it.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate it.
See you.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Battle of the Bluegrass CEO Tom McConnell may not have gotten the truck he wanted, but that doesn't mean he's thrown in the towel.
Derek, what's going on, my friend?
Not much. How about you? I'm headed to go look at a truck.
Well, I need to talk to you. Why don't I just ride along with you? I got something that's going to blow your mind. I got to go over with you, Derek.
Well, you're going to have to ride with me. I don't have time to spend.
Well, let's do it. This is important.
Okay, I got to go buy some truck.
Let's go buy a truck with you, and I got plenty to tell you about.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I love this part, Derek. This is like the haunted truck tour, man. Look at them. They've reached their final destination.
There is a truck in that pile that you need to build your own pulling truck with.
No, I want old school. My daddy retired from Ford Motor Company, so I got to have a 9000 Ford, buddy. Didn't Evan pull one up in Danville earlier this year?
That was me driving.
That was, or he drove it out there though,
Yeah,
right?
they hauled it out there for me.
What is that? Somebody, you can sell that to a tractor puller.
When we bought that a couple weeks ago when I had your name on my mind when we bought that thing.
About me buying it?
You should be able to help us find a buyer for that.
I need to get my wife out here, take a picture of it, and get it on the book of faces, because that truck will move, my friend.
It's a full-blown tailgating bus for the Louisville Cardinals.
For some reason, truck and tractor pullers, particularly in Kentucky, love the school bus route.
I tried to sell it to Brad Powell, but...
No, Brad's too uptown for a school bus ride. I'm telling you, Derek, there's big things that you can do with that school bus. But Derek, that's not why I needed to talk to you. So here's what I got, man. This is why I wanted to visit with you today. Getting lost here in beautiful Fairdale, Kentucky, it looks like to me. Here's the deal, man. Nobody's ever done this before, and I can see River City Truck Parts' name blaring like a big bright neon sign in Vegas, but it won't be in Vegas. It'll be somewhere in Kentucky. The world's first ever semi-demolition derby. And let me tell you why it's important, Derek. You get all these semis together, they're going to be crashing, smashing, bashing, metals flying, brake drums up in the air, exhaust pipes, turbos flying, parts everywhere. And at the end of the day, Derek, you can walk over to every one of those drivers and hand them a River City Truck Parts business card, because they're going to need your business.
I knew Tom was going to want to try to sell me something as soon as he got in the truck. He usually doesn't come over unless he's wanting something, so it's kind of ridiculous trying to talk about a demolition derby on semi-trucks, because, I don't know, it's something I'm not going to necessarily be interested in sponsoring, but Tom talks a lot.
I think it's a win-win situation. I don't even want to talk about how much money it would take to finance it yet, Derek, because money's so insignificant based on the money you'll make alone off of the sales of the damaged trucks. I'm going to get my team together and get the details laid out for you, Derek. You're going to love this thing.
You come up with some of the wildest ideas that I've ever heard of.
Half of them work, though. I mean, all I ever wanted to do was announce tractor pulls, and nobody would hire me, so I had to start a whole organization just so I could talk for 4 or 5 hours a night about tractor pulling. Things
I'm
just
sure
ain't
your wife's
right.
glad when you get out there and talk for a while.
Yeah, but on the way home, I'll spend another 2.5 hours talking to her nonstop. So, I don't know. She says I'm quiet at church, but that's about it. Which trucks we going to?
Looks like we're coming up to look at these two, Volvo and a Freightliner.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's got Demolition Derby Semi written all over it, Derek.
You've been thinking about this Demolition Derby thing for a while, haven't you?
Hooked on Dirt is being brought to you by River City Truck Parts, the heavy-duty parts you need when you need them. And by Oldham County Tourism, 3 bourbon brands, horse farms, and 30 trains a day. And by Switzerland County Tourism, we live it, you'll love it, visit SwitzCountyTourism.com. And by Bubba Burger, you'll never bite a burger better than a Bubba.
Now at their destination, can Tom still sell Derek on a semi-truck demolition derby?
All right, show me how you make money on this, man.
Let's get out here and look at these things.
So what are you looking for?
Just looking at what model differentials and stuff they have in them.
You can just look at it and tell which model it is?
Yeah,
What is it?
Rockwell differentials.
Of course, you're going to know it by a glance.
10-speed transmission in it.
Because you said you were mainly looking for the engine and transmission.
Yeah, 60 series Detroit engine there.
Okay. Well, I know you're always making me announce at the tractor pulls. You always want Detroit Series 60 in any condition. Why?
They're a popular engine for like the gliders and
Oh, okay.
popular engine for the year range that they were made.
All right, what years were they made?
Pre-emission.
Oh, you said the gliders. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes,
So,
the pre-emissions type engines.
so everybody wants
And they're
them.
very economical for fuel and horsepower.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what, who is it? Daryl Fannin that pulls with it. That's what he runs. If I'm recalling right.
Yeah, I gotta go the other side and look at the other side of the engine here.
You gonna do anything with the cab at all?
No, usually not. The cabs on the inside are rough. We've handled a lot of these cabs, so we've usually got a few of these cabs sitting on the lot.
Just imagine all the memories floating around in that cab, all the thoughts that went through that driver's head or those drivers' heads. My gosh, the miles. I mean, how many miles is on it, do you even know?
I'd say by looking at this one, probably well over 1 million.
Well over 1 million. What year model is it?
That's a good question.
I think a demolition derby for semis is going to be a huge hit. Fans would pay lots of money to come see it. River City's going to make a ton of money because a lot of this stuff is going to fall off those trucks. It's a win-win for everybody, including me.
All right, look on the motor.
Ought to find the year. It was really cool to ride along with Derek to see how River City accumulates all those parts and how valuable all the parts are. The engine, the rear end, the transmissions. You know, semis sitting in weeds are worth a lot of money. And then it blew my mind that you've got a motor that's already got 1 million miles on it. It's going to get sold to somebody. It's going to get remade or remanufactured and may live another 1 million miles. It's incredible what these old semis are worth. You know, you're kind of like Dr. Frankenstein. You're going to take the corpse of what's left and split all the parts out, and it will live again.
Every truck we come look at, it's always a good running when it was parked.
That's right, that's right. Running good when she was parked. But it's amazing, though, you take those parts and how they can be reworked, rebuilt, reused, and they just keep on going. So if it's got 1 million miles on it, hell, it could probably be built again to do another 1 million, could it not?
Yeah.
That's incredible. American ingenuity, Derek, you can't beat it. Now this will have the Detroit in it as well, you think?
Yeah. It's a whole Freightliner here.
You might need help on that one.
I'm gonna go around to the other side. Yeah. come over and looked at these trucks. Definitely interested in putting a bid in on the trucks. We've got some 2 Detroit Series 60 engines in them. We're definitely interested in trying to buy them and so we can cut them up and start the recycling process on these old trucks. Now the bad news is I've got to ride all the way back to the shop with some Connell. I'm glad it's a short ride, that way he doesn't have much time to try to talk me into doing something else.
So still the same engine and everything, ain't it?
Yeah, this one's a 97 model.
Okay, okay. I don't know if Derek is quite convinced that he needs to be involved with the first ever semi-demolition derby, but give me a little time to work on him. He'll see the way. Yeah, what I was asking, are you going to do anything with the cab? I mean, is all that just going to be scrapped?
Yeah,
Or
most
sell the sheet metal and...
of it will end up being scrap. What we'll be looking at doing with it.
Okay. I'll let you climb back there, man. You gotta go everywhere to find this stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
I bet you found them in trees. You need a chainsaw to get them out sometimes.
See there, you got to rebuild just in my truck right then.
Raise the alarm. One vehicle we did find was Kenny Powell's fully functional Ford fire truck. Next week on Hooked on Dirt.